Time now for the evening rush. A new federal report says a 27% increase in homelessness across the state in 2019. A report shows that more than 3,200 people were homeless in New Mexico. The city has been working to increase funding for permanent housing and supportive services. It is also working to build a new $30 million shelter.
There is now a federal search warrant out for the man accused of killing his girlfriend and taking off with their son. Investigators say Jorge Rico Rivera has family in Mexico and may already be there or is on his way. He's charged with murder for strangling Isela Mauricio Sanchez to death, then disappearing with 3-year-old Ociel. People living and working in the International District say they want a giant hole in the ground there fixed. It's covered right now with loose sheets of steel and wood planks and blocked off with cones and flags. The city says they were forced to dig that hole December 6th for emergency repairs. They say construction will wrap up by the end of the month.
Promises kept. We're getting a look at a 25-year plan that was put into place in 2000. Former Mayor Jim Baca says the biggest mistake, the baseball stadium.
Every place where they had put a baseball stadium downtown, it really spurred a lot of development.
Some projects have come to fruition downtown, like more housing and a downtown movie theater. Others haven't, like a downtown stadium and knocking down this drive-through bank at 3rd and Gold for a park.
New details emerging this evening about the conflict with Iran. On the same day a U.S. drone strike killed a top Iranian general in Iraq, the Washington Post reports another U.S. strike was launched in Yemen aimed at a financier and key commander of Iran's elite Quds force. Iran later launched more than a dozen missiles at Iraqi bases hosting American forces.
The Air Force has to pay a more than $1 million fine within 30 days. The State Environment Department says this is for failing to monitor possible cancer-causing pollution that leached into groundwater around Cannon Air Force Base and for dumping wastewater without a groundwater permit.
And get ready for a very cold night across the state and into southern Colorado. Overnight lows falling even below 0 for some of us across the northern mountains. 15 for a low in Santa Fe, falling into the mid-teens here in Albuquerque. Freezing temperatures for everyone as we head into Saturday morning.
La Promesa Academy is cleaning up after a massive break-in there. The school's social worker says the storage unit was ransacked. They say textbooks, computers, desks, and their activity bus were all damaged, causing thousands of dollars in damages. A school worker says the unit was locked when they returned, so they are not sure how the vandals got in.
A drug dealer who killed a woman while fleeing from police will continue serving his sentence. Lonnie Dean was running from undercover agents in Valencia County in 2011 when he ran a stop sign south of Belen and hit another car, killing Roberta Torres. He was sentenced to a total of 30 years. He recently appealed the federal sentence, but the court ruled he was not eligible.
The New Mexico Department of Health issuing an order for expecting mothers to be tested for syphilis. The department says that disease can be spread from the mother to the baby during pregnancy. The order from the Department of Health requires all pregnant women be tested in their 1st and 3rd trimester and again at delivery.
City of Roswell changing its prices in its animal welfare department. Last night, City Council unanimously signed off on changing all prices at the shelter. For example, adopting a cat or dog used to cost $40. Now it's only $1. And there will be a $25 charge for owners surrendering their pets.
The mayor is holding his annual State of the City tomorrow. You can see the city is already getting the One Albuquerque sculpture in place ahead of that event, which is described as a family-friendly community celebration. Festivities kick off at 10 in the morning with the program beginning at 1.
And the Metro Threat Index tomorrow back down to a 2 for your Saturday. The only thing we'll be watching are some very cold temperatures. Lows tomorrow morning in the teens, highs barely making it into the 40s for your Saturday.
A sculpture in downtown Albuquerque is highlighting the struggles Asian Americans have faced. That sculpture near 5th and Lomas is called View from Golden Mountain. It commemorates a Chinese-American civil rights case that granted Chinese Americans the right to have their testimony accepted in court.
State Police now has a new helicopter. The helicopter bears the name of fallen officer Andy Tingwall, who was killed in 2009 trying to rescue a stranded hiker. The helicopter cost $12 million, and the department says it's one of the best in the country.
Children at a child care center in Los Lunas will get to play on a new playground. Today, La Vida Felicidad unveiled its newest edition. The playground was funded by Niagara Bottling. The nonprofit hosted a special presentation of that playground today as a way to say thanks. The Roadrunner Food Bank is preparing for its annual Super Bowl. Guests enjoy food during a live auction charity event They say $1 donated buys up to 5 meals for New Mexicans in need.
The artist behind a new art exhibit at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History wants to encourage people to recycle. Sayaka Gans hopes her work will inspire others to think twice before tossing something in the trash. Her artwork is made from recycled plastics like forks. She places them on her pieces, giving them the appearance of impressionist paintings. Parents, UNM's museum is giving your children a chance to learn about our past. Experts will be on hand at the Maxwell Museum of Anthropology at UNM tomorrow to answer questions and host activities. The program will explore what bones, footprints, and stone tools tell us about human life and behaviors.
Officials at the North Carolina Zoo are celebrating a new addition. They welcomed a brand new baby rhinoceros earlier this week. The female white southern rhino weighed in at about 100 pounds at birth. She'll grow to reach up to 5,500 pounds someday. White rhinos were once hunted almost to extinction in the wild, but conservation efforts have helped raise that population.
Oh, and he is a cute little fella.
That's some neat stuff.